Hello Capricorns, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 15th to the 21st of November. Hope you're doing well. How was your downloads this week? If you must have seen the messages from energy and also the energy updates, you'll know the sort of vibrations that are coming through. You're going to know the chakras that we're going to be talking about and the sort of messages, the general messages that have been coming through, the general energies for everybody. You'll have that connection to it. Okay, so let's just see, let's go directly into your Astroflower and see, there we go, see how it's playing out for you. I do think there's a realization that I think in the financial world, you know, you've been shortchanged. I think the universe recognizes that. I think everybody recognizes that, but it's like you're the elephant in the room. That's what it is. And like people just kind of going, just don't look at the elephant, man, or else they'll lose their position. And I think you need to start stomping and making it in sort of waves and just kind of going, yeah, look, do you know what I mean? I'm going to live it. Because at the end of the day, if I had an elephant in this room here, you know, the elephant would be king. Because obviously he could smash everything up and smash me up in the process. Or her, whatever it is. But it's an elephant. And I get that as well within the financial side. You know, on the relationship side here, yeah, we're getting a lot more sort of like a clarity of your passions, clarity of what you want to connect with people and who you want to connect with. Let's just see what's going on. Death and rebirth. Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is a complete renewal of your existence in a way, Capricorn, because, you know, you're overdue. It's like, you know, the universe owes you, I think. And, you know, yeah, it's a new way of doing things. On your relationship side, you get the 10 of Wands. I think you're very... You have a lot of valor in regards to relationships, I think. And it's not always appreciated. And when it's not appreciated, it's like you've made this wand, you've presented it to someone, they kind of go, oh, yeah, that's very nice, that's lovely, lovely. And then they get distracted and they go wandering off and you kind of go, you're left holding that wand. After a while, you get the 10 of Wands. And I think this is where you've been carrying a lot in regards to relationships and so forth. And I don't think you can carry any more. That's the thing. That's why I think there's a big change as well in regards to kind of like, you know what, I'm going to be passionately in pushing life or my connections with the people that I like in the direction that I want to go into. That's the sort of attitude that you really want to be taking on here. So you can then realise that you've actually got loads of wands to play with. And that's a load of passions there. And I will allow your passions to really be the directing force within you, you know. And it's providing all those fundamental things that you are going to need for you going forward. And once you see those fundamental things, that's when you can build a future on it. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Seems to be playing out of your karmic path and your synchronicities. It seems to be a big thing here, and it's going to change ultimately your future. It's like winning the lottery in a way. It's, you know, for some of you it may well be the case, but obviously not every single one of us can win the lottery. You know, I know a lot more lottery losers than a lottery winners. But I think life here is you know, paying your dues. On your karmic path, you get the High Priestess. That's that intuition. That's that sort of like knowing that, you know, who you are, the value of you that no one else can give you, only you can give yourself. And I think, you know, it's possible that what you're also realizing is that a lot of people might have taken, you know, a lot of things you do and appropriated it for them. And you're in a more of a case of kind of going, well, you know, it's just like, you know, people have been half inching your ideas for a long time. And it's now your time to actually get it. Yeah, look at that. In the connection to the outside world there, with the synchronicities with the outside world, and that's to do with your networking stuff, and that's why I feel like there's got something coming on there. You've got the Magician card here. There just seems to be something that's coming in that's going to change your world. I'm not even sure that you are seeing it happening because the universe is creating it for you. That's the feeling I'm getting it. And I think this is, and you should have that balance of spirit in order to see what works for you. And you'll feel it in a very particular chakra, as we went into that on the messages from energy. You'll know when it hits that chakra, it's the right thing. And that's the difference here. And that's what gives the death and rebirth going on for you. In the past, I think you were shortchanged in the past. And I think, it may have emotionally caused you stress and strains. But at the same time, that's in the past. And I just kind of think you should, recognize the world and sort of say, you owe me, sort of thing, scenario. 9 of Swords in your future here. Repetitive nightmare. I think this is what you're avoiding with this shock thing that comes into your life and that sort of sensation of knowing what's going on around you. I think you need to, this is in the here and now and your connection to that future. You get the 6 of Swords. I think you need to take on that attitude, sort of saying, I know I'm going to better conditions for me financially, or, my business is going to take in the way it's supposed to be taking. You've just got to deal with situations, you've got to get rid of that idea within you kind of going, it keeps failing, or, then therefore it's going to fail again. I think that's the attitude that needs to change within you. And I think it is with that. And I think you're just getting a glimpse of it this week more than anything else. And what comes in? The Emperor card. The general energy that's flowing through this. This is what I mean about you sort of turning around and sort of saying, you can turn around to the universe and sort of saying, look, I'm not going to go for it anymore. I'm not going to go for it. I'm not going to provide the universe with what it needs if the universe is not going to give me the returns. Basically, that's what you're doing. And I think that's what you should be doing. Or what you could be doing, because I think it'll give you the best results and it'll make you completely own your future, really own your future. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side here. A lot of laughter, a lot of joy, a completely different attitude to what's going on your financial side. I think there's, you want to be passionately going after things that make you go, things that make you go, yeah. That's right for me, 7 of Swords on your karmic path, playing smart. I think playing smart basically means on your relationship side is going after what you enjoy. Allowing that passion to come out of you, and the connection with the outside world. And look at that, you get that on the joy, the connection with the outside world, with someone. There seems to be like you're going off on a mission here. I think you've been holding back for a long time. I think you've been very calm and waiting upon others to realise things, maybe. But now you're sort of kind of going, do you know what? I'm going to go after my passion now. That's what you're going to be doing. And that passion may be a person, maybe a group of people, maybe a spiritual practice. Whatever it is, it's a personal thing for you. And it brings in joy. In the past, you get the 3 of Pentacles. Strange, you get the 3 of Swords on the other side. This side here, you get the 3 of Pentacles. I think basically, because you're engaging in that passions, people are going to realise the good qualities within you. And it'll also help you realise and the good qualities of others to shine in them as well. And this is all about good quality connections with other people. In your future, it gives you the King of Cups. Yeah, the ultimate sensation of I feel content with with my relationships, with my my spiritual path and my own personal sort of goals and so forth, because you're allowing that adventure to happen in your life. Yeah, you're seeing what works for you basically, and this is what comes up with the 10 of Wands. I think you've done a lot a lot of work on yourself. And now there's, you know, you can only do so much work on yourself before you have to live the results. And I think this is what you're doing here at the moment. You get the Queen of Swords as the overriding energy that is flowing through the emotional sort of side. That's you taking a direction. Rather than you just following a pathway, this is you taking a direction. And I think you're taking it towards that. You're taking it towards absolute bliss and harmony within your life because you're going after your passions. That's what that's all about. Let's just have a quick look and see what that Knight of Wands is all about. There seems to be a passionate thing that comes into your life that instigates something within your life. And that's what's driving that. Yeah, look at that. There's a happy connection with someone that is around you. That you know it, and there's no getting away from it. Excuse me, I've just dropped a card. Let's just see what that's about. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, long-term plan, long-term goal in regards to your happiness, basically. Plant those seeds. You know, you're coming in from out of the cold. That's what this opportunity is doing here. Finally, you're coming in out of the cold, and yeah, you're going off on a mission. There's a beautiful connection there to that sort of that Knight of Wands there. Once you feel that passion and that passionate connection with another person, just go after it. Head for it, if I was you, Capricorn. So there you go. Thanking you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking and sharing. Really does help us out with the algorithm and so forth. If I don't see you on the messages from energy or the energy update, I'll see you here or somewhere else. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.